Hey guys, I'm Sebastian at Performance Place Sports Care in Costa Mesa, California. I'm here to show you the two best exercises, or actually we're going to do the two best stretches for rhomboid strain or rhomboid pain. Now, these exercises are ones you can do at your desk. I keep saying exercises, I mean stretches. We're going to do stretches at the desk, and I know a lot of times people who are, if you're anything like most people, you work at a desk and you feel like I can't get up to do these exercises that someone gave me. What can I do to reduce this rhomboid pain that I'm experiencing? And these are ones you can completely do at your desk, so we can increase the amount of volume that you can do them. So the area I'm talking about here is right around this area here, just between my fingers that I can't really touch that well. Yes, you can have neck pain associated. You can have it feel like it's deep to your shoulder blade. You can feel other tightness in the area. That's all common stuff. This will still usually help out with that. And I think if you use some awareness about your body through these stretches, you'll figure out if they're going to be helpful or not. We give these to a lot of our patients just as a way to reduce pain. Reduction of pain is a very good short-term goal. It's a horrible long-term goal. If you want to return to function, there's other things you need to do. So if that's the conversation you want to have, or you want to learn more, at the very end, there's a gift at the very end of the video that you're going to want to be able to get. It's free, and we'll provide a link so you can actually get that too. So the two exercises are very simple, and I guess I'll back up here so you can see completely of me. I have a rolly chair, okay? And so what I like people do is to keep things symmetrical, because a lot of times when we examine people who are dealing with single-sided complaints, they come in and they're super flexible on one side, but a lot of times if they just even things out, it would actually make things feel much better. Okay, so the first one is going to be a simple lat stretch. Let me move my mic down real quick so I don't bang it up a little bit. Okay, so the first thing is you're just going to reach high as you can. You don't need to see my hand, okay? And we're going to go all the way across. Okay, if this bothers your back, don't bend. If it feels good on your shoulder blade, you can actually take your hand right around here and kind of pull this way. And so I'm going to slouch down just so you can see the mechanics of that. So it's going to be like this, but you're going to be seated upright. Okay, so we're going to do that and just kind of pull and lean, pull and lean. We're going to do this 10 times. Okay, again, if your low back doesn't like this or your hip or something, just don't lean. You can still pull kind of straight up to the corner of the room that way without moving your body. Okay, if you can, try to get your arm, your bicep behind your ear. Don't try to get your ear behind your bicep, okay, or in front of your bicep. So you're going to pull a little bit backwards like this without losing your posture. Now, if you have a shoulder dislocation in the past, this is not something that you want to do. This is usually a very compromising position for those people. And so if that is the case, there's a strong possibility that your rhomboid strain and your rhomboid pain is actually correlated to that the shoulder dislocation. And so if that's the case, you might need a stabilization approach versus a stretching approach here, okay? So we're gonna do 10 or so like that. The next one, we're gonna place our hands directly upon the back of our head, and we're gonna use the back of the chair here for some of the reps, but you don't need to do all of them. We could just do this too, okay? The thing I don't like about doing them free like this is a lot of times people will bend from their lower back or their upper lower back here versus their mid back, okay? And so I want you to just bend backwards, okay? If anyone's looking at you weird, tell them to join you. I hope you're doing this with me because I want you to test out to see how things feel at the very end. Now, a lot of times people with this, they'll say, well, it's really tight on the pec and the bicep area, the tricep. Then go like this. Okay, just keep the elbows closer to your ears. The important part is we're exposing the body to the opposite range of motion that tends to bother it. A lot of times people's shoulder or the rhomboid strain, the rhomboid pain, will increase when they're seated at their desk. And so we're trying to do the opposition of that. We're trying to do a lot of extensions, do 20 extensions, and we're gonna do a lot of pullovers here. So these two exercises in themselves are very helpful. Now, is there other ways to explore mid-back extension as well as stretching the lat out? Yes, there is, but I'm showing you the desk versions right now. And so the reason why I consider these the best exercises is because you guys can do them often. A lot of times we find that there's very simple things when it comes to people's pain. People come in sometimes, they say, well, I do this one stretch and it feels better, and then I don't do the stretch the rest of the day, and then it comes back. do more. If it makes you feel better, do more. I mean, it seems really stupid, but if you see that you're doing something in your life and your bank account's growing, your goal is to get rich, keep doing it. Don't change anything. Something's working. And so just do a little bit more, and you might notice that your pain will actually reduce by doing more. And so doing the seated ones in the chair allows most people to do more. If you're not remembering, set your phone or attach it to something like when you when you get up to go to the bathroom, or when you pick something that you do about 10 times throughout the day. I know one guy, he was in car sales, and so he had to do 10 invoices a day. And I said, after each invoice that you do, I want you to do these exercises. So you attach it to another habit. And so make sure that you're attaching it to something so you remind yourself that this just goes along with that task that you're already doing. Okay? Now, is there a way to get out of this completely? Yes, there is. Should these stretches be done forever? No, they shouldn't. They should usually be done for about a week's period of time, and you'll notice a near complete reduction of symptoms of shoulder blade pain or the shoulder blade strain if they are right for you. Now, are they right for you? I don't know. I don't know you. Their stretching is not the remedy for everybody. Sometimes stabilization, sometimes a little bit more of the neck or mid-back protocol is more useful. Sometimes things like core work or even lower leg loading like squats and deadlifts actually help people with their rhomboid strain. Sometimes breathing mechanics. So there's a lot of different ways to reduce it. This is just one, and this is one solution to one reason for the problem. What is the other reasons for the problem? I think you should just go to our YouTube channel and look at the other stuff, because we have a lot of videos that this can't be, I'm not going to do you don't want me to do a 5-hour video on rhomboid strains and lay it out. Most people won't watch it. So go to the little link somewhere here. It's red, circle, hover over it. It'll say subscribe. Subscribe, and that will allow you to use a search function. Search the bar with rhomboid strain, rhomboid causes, whatever you want, and you'll find a bunch of videos that are just like this, probably me or the other locally world famous chiropractor. We'll be in a tandem, and we'll be discussing it. And so those videos are very helpful for a lot of people who don't want to spend any money but still want to tinker and try to work on this on their own. I do suggest that you just see somebody. Who do you see? You can see us, okay? We are online or in person. I know a lot of people are not in the place where they want to necessarily see anybody or pay the money for it. It just depends how important the problem is to you, to be honest. We have a lot of people who have near complete reduction over the course of a couple weeks, and we're starting to get them through corrective exercises and getting them back into the activity they want, such as running and volleyball or whatever it might be, within well under a month. But not everybody has that experience when they tinker with things on their own because they're doing it on their own. And I know that a lot of people think there's one solution to the problem. Like I said earlier, there's not. And so you need someone to coach you through how to do things as well as how to identify what's the right thing for you. Many of you will get better with a movement-based remedy. You don't need injections, you don't need surgery, you don't need imaging a lot of times to resolve this. It's very simple, but you need someone to help guide you through it. So if you need help, I'm here. Click on the link below. There's also the free guide, which I mentioned earlier, which will help you figure out what's the next step if these worked. I know this is a short video, long compared to most videos on YouTube, I know. But that is an audio or video format that we put together, which will help you understand a little bit more about what is the next step to get this to completely go away, stay away so you can do all the things you want to do. Again, reduction of pain is a good short-term solution, but it does not restore function. It just reduces pain. And that's why people are in pain so long, is because they barely get out of pain and they dump back into pain because they have not built the foundation that they need to keep the pain away. So, love to help you guys out. Just reach out to us, start the conversation. We're here for you whenever you need. info@p2sportscare.com. See you soon.